Hello, Red Wave. Welcome to Where Bulldogs podcast. My name is Caleb Nail. Joining me today to recap Nevada basketball game. It was a rough one. We lost. It's not Cole. It is Caleb Pletz.
What's
How's it
up,
going,
guys?
man?
Oh, I'm good. Just, recapping this basketball loss. Unfortunately, it's been the trend for this season, but we're still here. This team is, for I'm shocked at how a team could be so close yet so far. It's like all these games, we're tight with all the top teams in the conference. I mean, like we've really only got blown out by Wyoming, which was just a weird game, but it's like we're close. I mean, we lost to Nevada by 4, but at the same time it feels like this team is so far away from being good and the season's almost over. So
Right? We have one more conference game and then one random non-con versus Chicago State at home. We are 2 threes away from being a 18-win team.
right.
It's weird. And all of our frustrations go away if we just hit 2 more threes
Hmm.
all season. All right, I need to pull up what you guys. I didn't prepare. I'm sorry, and we are live recording video, so it makes it even worse. But I got to
Yeah.
pull up what you guys said
Yeah,
after
well,
the good.
Dogs lose 60-56. This was a home game against the Nevada Wolfpack. Late start too. I think it tipped at 8:15. So I mean, that's a late one. Crowd on TV looked not as strong as the last couple games. I don't know if you thought the same thing, but yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure
like
that late
5,000
tip.
people.
Yeah, that late tip is gonna keep some families from showing up.
Yeah, it did. I was not able to make it to the game. I had my parents over for dessert because 8 o'clock, that's dessert time. So we had dessert and watched the game. And some people didn't make it all the way. I made it all the way through. Some people in the house did not make it all the way through the game. I think second half started at 9:15. So that's pretty tough.
Yeah, and
You could
plus,
thank Fox
low.
Sports for that.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, there was other basketball competition. I think the Valley
Right.
Championships are this weekend. So I think the girls were last night. I think the boys are today. So there, was other basketball competition that probably were more exciting games too.
Probably. This one was close the
Yeah,
whole game.
yeah.
Let me get to you guys. Matt says, well, before that, follow us on Twitter at Beware CSUF. Got some flack because we don't want to be called CSUF. Some people don't want us to be called that. We need to talk to Elon so I can make it longer. But uh, Beware CSUF on Twitter and Beware of Dogs podcast on Instagram. You can see the running ticker down there. We're upgrading here at Beware of Bulldogs. Matt says they just refuse to drive into the paint to settle for bad outside shots that refuse to fall. That's going to be the story of this game. It's been the storyline of the season. We'll get to numbers, and I have a full page of notes for this game, too, that I'll read through. Sidelines Fresno State. Same story every game. Yep. Lose a close game and shoot the ball horrendously. Changes need to be made. I hate to say it, but this team needs new leadership and energy, a new style and swagger. Positive side, so it does leave a positive side. If the Dogs can get a good shooting day in the Mountain West tournament, watch out. Very true. And I
It's
don't think
true.
people are talking about it. We, I said at the beginning, we're 2 threes away, two made threes away from beating every team in this conference.
Hmm.
I believe right now we're the 11 seed. So we would play the 6 seed in the tournament. I don't know who that is. I don't know what that looks like. At the beginning of the game, we were the 10 seed and or the 7 seed. I'm butchering this. We dropped to the 8 seed after this game. Before this game, we were the 7 seed and we would have been playing Colorado State in the
Hmm.
first round, like the play-in games. That's not a good matchup for us. We
No.
lost, dropped to the 8 seed, and I don't know who we play there. But I think we play the 11 seed. I could be wrong, which could be Wyoming. If that's the case, I would rather have that. And then the winner of that game plays the 3 seed, which is Nevada. and the top 3 teams get a bye. So that is San Diego State, Boise, and Nevada. If I had to pick a team to play, I want to play Nevada.
Yeah, I mean the Dogs have played them close, and I mean even the game in Reno. I mean it was a decent game for the Dogs too. I think just this team struggles on the road, and so yeah, I don't think Nevada would be a bad matchup, especially since we've seen them so recently.
Mm-hmm. Uh, Ray says, not the coach's fault. They can't shoot, but good Lord, you're right. Change is needed. The program needs an energy boost. I will say during this game, I saw Coach Vaughn Webb, a lot more energetic than what I used to see earlier in the season. Maybe I missed it earlier in the season, but I thought he was a lot more interactive with the boys. Uh, first one off the bench, high five, and he usually is that guy. But a lot more energy from Vaughn Webb this game, and it's nice to see that from our coaching staff, and not negative energy, very positive, uplifting energy coming from Coach Webb.
Agree. Yeah, love to see it.
All right, that's it. That's all we got for this, Caleb. So
Okay.
I'm pulling up my notes here, and we could talk numbers as well. And we'll talk numbers first, and then I'm sure as we go, I'll hit some of these notes. Isaiah Hill played 37 minutes, finished with 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He had 5 turnovers.
Hmm.
He shot 3 for 11 from the 3-point line, 6 for 17 from the floor. He started out looking good from the 3-point line. He was attacking the rim. Uh, well, I shouldn't say he didn't start out well from the 3-point line. He started out well from 15 footers
Right.
and getting to the
Well, and
rim. Nobody can guard him.
he hit 2 early ones, I think, like 2 early threes, or he hit an
Yeah.
early one, and then Holland, I think, hit one. So yeah, I think the team was feeling hot early.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact numbers, but we were at 4 for 6, four
Hmm.
for 8 at one point. We're shooting 50% from the 3-point line, and we hit 3 or 4 in a row. I couldn't
Hmm.
believe it. And then it just went downhill quick. But we knew it would happen. Um, but I liked Isaiah Hill's play. Other than I should I liked it, but at the same time, he did a lot of things that hurt us when it came to turnovers. We had 17 total turnovers, a lot of silly turnovers. But I'll keep going. Jamal Baker, he also played 37 minutes, went 5 for 11 from the full floor, 2 for 8 from the 3-point line, shot 1 free throw and made it. Finished with 13 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and had 3 turnovers. What do you think about Jamal's game?
I mean, I think it was good. He was single digits in 3-point attempts. That's good.
8.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, I think one of the storylines for the year has just been, he just isn't the same, post injury. And, it's tough. I mean, obviously, Coach Hutt trusts him to be on the floor. But I mean, yeah, at least his shooting percentage was a little bit better this game, which is good. I mean, 13 points is good. Was a little bit more careful with the ball than Isaiah Hill. So overall, I do think it was a decent game for him. I mean, he's had much worse, so that's positive.
Yeah.
But I think we were talking that Campbell had a pretty good showing this game, and
Yeah.
it's frustrating for us because, we think that Campbell can make a bigger difference on the floor, just with his ability to move inside and just as a defender too. But sorry, you asked about Baker, and now I'm ranting on Campbell.
No, you're good. Don't worry. I'm going to get there. Don't worry.
All right.
um, I'll finish with the starters and then we'll get to the bench. Yeah, I thought Jamal, I continue to think that Jamal shoots the ball too much. At the beginning of the season, I was thinking he's going to have to shoot this much for us to win games,
Hmm.
but he was hitting those shots. He's, for 3 quarters of the season, there's been a lot of forcing tough shots up. They're not going in. I want to see him take a step back move the ball around unless there's a mismatch, of course. I'm saying the same thing I say every episode, but again, I thought he shot too much, and I believe he shoots us out of the game, especially when it matters.
Yeah.
Anthony Holland, 36 minutes, 4 for 9 from the floor, 2 for 7 from 3-point land, 2 for 2 from free throw line, finished with 12 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, a steal, and had 4 turnovers. Cole and I talk a lot about, Anthony Holland is our highest percentage 3-point shooter. We want him to be taking the threes.
Mm-hmm.
He did take threes this game. They didn't go in. One was a fast break three. I don't remember. The other one was spot up. He did have a buzzer beater dunk, which was nice to see. But I he does little things well, but when it comes to scoring, I want him to. I want to see more from Anthony Holland. 12 points is fine, but when we're relying on you to hit threes, you go 2 for 7. I mean, between Anthony, Jamal, and Hill, we hit 7 threes out of like 28 shots
Yeah.
from 3-point land. That's just from 3-point land. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not good. I want to see a little more from Anthony Holland. I like the little things. He boxes out and rebounds well, but we really gotta score offensively. I mean, once again, same story every game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna keep going. Andre, 27 minutes, got into a little bit of foul trouble early. Went 2 for 3 from the floor. I'm gonna stop right there.
Yeah.
2 for 3 from he took 3 shots. He made 2. Finished with 4 points in shooting free throws. Had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks, 2 steals. Some really nice blocks, by the way. 1 turnover, and he had 4 fouls. So, like I said, he was in foul trouble. Andre had a really nice move where he ball faked, guy jumped, 1 dribble, slammed it on a 2-3 zone. They're not gonna. I mean, I'm not gonna stand in his way. I'm getting out of the way, so, especially when he's got 3 steps going to the rim. We missed Andre this game.
Totally.
Bad.
Yeah. I mean, last game against Air Force, he put up 24, 26 points and dominated. Granted, I think that the team demographic is a little bit different because Nevada actually had presence down low, and I mean, I do think the way to beat Andre and beat Fresno State is just go at him because he's gonna draw fouls. Like he's just gonna foul, and once he's in foul trouble, then he's gonna be on the bench. So I think it's a pretty easy formula because I don't know if he is as developed yet where he can avoid that because obviously he's going to try to play defense, but then that just ends up with him fouling, which is frustrating. So yeah, definitely miss him. I mean, he when he's on, I mean, this team's really good, and it shows how important the big man is, and the big difference that not having Orlando Robinson this year has shown that we need someone down low. But we have been saying like it does seem like Andre has improved so much over this whole season. So, definitely not hating on him at all. I think we're big fans of his, and hopefully he sticks around and can continue to develop, and next season can, hopefully break out.
Oh yeah, I love watching Andre play and watching him grow. And I think the entire Red Wave will say the same thing. Andre's been a lot of fun to watch this season. If we're going to take a positive away from the season, the improvement from Andre is probably number 1.
Yep.
Also, I just want to say about you, Caleb, even though you haven't been hosting with me for basketball, we are constantly talking about basketball. We're talking about it. So everyone, Caleb is watching. He knows what's going on. He was just being very nice and allowing Cole to come on and talk. But anyways, we'll keep going. Leo Colomario, 21 minutes, 1 for 4 from the floor, 0 for 1 from the 3-point line. Didn't shoot any free throws. Finishes with 2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover. A very quiet night from Leo. I hardly knew when he was out there. It's his game is rebounding, and he had 3. He's a slasher. Get to the rim, get fouled. He had 4 total shots, 3 inside the paint. and he made one. So, again, you got to see more from Leo if we want to beat these good teams.
So I mean, is our offense even conducive for like his play style? Because like you said, he's a slasher and a rebounder. But I mean, if we have four guys out and we're just chucking up threes, and there's one guy down there trying to get a rebound against three, defenders. I mean, does his game even translate for what like the offense has been?
Hey, man, dude, you say you're not a basketball guy and you don't know what's going on, but let me tell you, you see it too? All right, man. That's good. Yeah. No, no, it is not conducive to his play style. Granted, Nevada did play zone on us, which every team should do because we can't hit a shot. But so we're going to get zoned. Andre still, I thought, should have touched the ball more against the zone. I don't understand our zone offense. I, I probably need to pay attention more, see what's going on. But we do a lot of passing of the ball up top, dribbling around up top, then chucking up a three. It's not the shot we want to get.
Mm-hmm.
And Leo, I've said it on the show. He's very raw when it comes to handling the ball, and he's not a very good shooter. He can shoot, but he's probably the fourth option on the floor when it comes to taking a three-pointer. If Andre's on the floor, if Andre's not on the floor, he's probably our fifth option.
Yeah.
So, no, how teams are going to play us and how teams are going to play Leo, they're going to force him to shoot the ball. He's got to knock down shots. Or we need to get a mismatch and have him, attack his guy, make him go back door, and then he can throw down on somebody. Against the zone, it's going to be really hard for Leo to stand out. All right, let's get to the bench. You brought up Jordan Campbell. Jordan Campbell played 18 minutes. He went 3 for 7 from the floor, 2 for 4 from the three-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Finishes with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, 1 turnover. He did have 3 fouls. But we got to talk about it, man. We went on a run. Whenever he was in, we went on a run. And he would, for some reason, I don't know why, but he would be subbed out. Nevada would go on a run, and he would not be put back in. But the second he be put back in, lockdown defense. He showed up offensively a couple times, and we came back. Let me just. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think at one point when he was in, the Dogs went on like an 8-0 run, or they went on a run and really flipped the momentum of the game and took the lead. I mean, Campbell, he just kind of offers something different than really, I don't think Baker has in the ability to really get to the basket. So not hating on Baker at all, just because obviously we think he's still kind of hampered by injury. But I mean, Campbell, he's good defender and can get to the hoop and can even kind of play post if he gets a mismatch. So I think he offers a lot to this team. I mean, we've been beating this drum the whole season. So I don't know.
Campbell had a very explosive breakaway windmill dunk in the second half. It was nice. After that, we didn't score. And that was, I think, about the 3-minute, 30-second mark. And we were down. No, I'm trying. We may have scored, but I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. But we went on a 7-0 run with Campbell in. They subbed him out. Nevada went on a 10-0 run, took the lead. Campbell gets put back in. Then the windmill dunk happens. We go on a run. I believe we go down by 2, or maybe we even take the lead. Or then once Campbell has his windmill dunk, I believe, which was around 3 minutes, we don't score. We're down by 2. We had the ball 6 times at about the 3-minute, 2-minute threshold between that time period. Out of those 6 possessions, we took 6 3-pointers. Down by 2, by the way. So it was very frustrating. Campbell was in at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe he did take a 3-pointer. So, but what, as a player, I have to understand we're down by 2. There's a lot of time left on the floor. We have fouls to give. Well, even if we don't, we're 1-1. It's fine. I got to get to the rim, maybe get fouled and one, or get 2 points. I got to create something rather than just pass the ball back and forth down by 2 and then chuck up a 3. It, it was
Yeah,
pretty
the
frustrating.
the 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 late possessions were really frustrating, and I mean Nevada even missed a free throw or two, I think, at the end, and
Mm-hmm.
it just like the inability to not get 2 points. I mean, even if it's Hill taking a mid range jumper, I mean that's a higher percentage shot than one of the other guys chucking up a desperation three at the end of the shot clock. So yeah, but is that coaching or is that player decision making on the court or mix of both? I don't know. I mean, maybe these guys just want to shoot threes, and they see the end of the season coming. Like, who cares? Let's just let's just chuck them up. I mean, I don't know, man.
I'm going to look at it from the standpoint of Mountain West tournaments coming up. We really need to get better at shooting threes. We're going to take as many threes as we can so that when Mountain West tournament comes around, we're good. We're locked and loaded, ready to go. But yeah, it was frustrating. And then we lose by 4 because I think they hit 2 free throws at the end of the game,
Mhm.
and that was it. And we couldn't hit a shot. Let me finish with player numbers. Donovan Yap played 15 minutes, 0 for 3 from the floor, 0 for 2 from the 3-point line, 0 points, 1 rebound. Destin Whitaker played 9 minutes and went 0 for 2 from the floor, both 3-pointers. It wasn't good. So in total, we shot 35 3-pointers. We went 9 for 35, which is 25.7%. So maybe 26% from the 3-point line, 37.5% from the field. Hey, positive, 100% from the free throw line, 5 for 5.
Right. But I
However,
mean, we need to be
5,
shooting more free throws than that, though, right?
right, right, yeah,
But I mean, we're rarely going to get fouled shooting threes, so I mean,
right.
just the formulas aren't going to work out there to shoot more free throws if we're chucking up 35 3-pointers. That's crazy for a team that's worst in the Mountain West in terms of 3-point percentage. That stat came up on the screen during the game last night, and that made I didn't really think it was that bad. I mean, I should have just with all the 8% games we've had. But that made me think like, how are we still playing this game? That doesn't make any sense. Like we're the worst team shooting in the conference, and that's our game plan is just keep chucking it up. I mean, I get that, guys get hot and can get streaky, but boy, I don't know. But yes, that was an astounding number. I couldn't believe that they were shooting that many. I mean, we were texting in the first half that it was like I think halfway through the first half, and all our points had been on 3-pointers. Like we'd made 5 3-pointers.
Yep.
It was like 15-16 or something. We were down, and it was 10 minutes left in the first half. We hadn't made a 2-point bucket in the first 10 minutes of the game, which is amazing, honestly.
We didn't. I wrote it down. We had no made layup until 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. And it was
Wow.
Anthony Holland with a reverse. It was a tough shot. He made it.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
But that's what we should be getting. We should be getting down there, especially on a zone. And then Isaiah Hill started getting in there. He had a lot of ball fakes, step throughs, get to the rim, couple pull up jumpers from the elbow. They looked really nice. And once I said it when we talked about Isaiah, but they can't guard him on when he's dribbling the ball. He's too quick. His
Yeah.
crossover is freaky fast, and he could pull up and shoot it from the elbow and be money from there. I don't know why. I mean, Andre should set him a screen, and he should do that on the big guy every time if they get a
Mhm.
switch against the zone. It's a little tougher, but that's why you have to run a well put together zone offense. That's just X's and O's on the coach's side, and then execution from the boys. And I don't know where the disconnect is against the zone because I didn't know what was going on against Nevada's zone. We're trying to feed Andre. That's good, but it is tough, especially Andre, who's new to the game of basketball. When you get a double team coming from where it's supposed to come, and you don't see the double team coming until it's too late, and then you have to make a cross court skip pass. That's really hard for a guy that's new to basketball.
Yeah.
Thank goodness he's 7 feet tall and he can see the entire floor. But
Mhm.
I mean, and that forces us to be a threat from the 3-point line, which is just hasn't happened other than a couple games. And yeah, I don't, it's frustrating. Uh, we know it needs to change. Everyone knows what needs to change. And actually, the part that's most frustrating, and I'm say it again, is we hit one more three. It's a completely different ballgame.
Definitely. Yeah. Because then, if we hit one of those late threes, then maybe it becomes more of a foul free throw game at the end, or, changes a little bit possession wise. But, we're a 25 to 20% team from three. So you can't count on that.
I will also say Nevada had amazing help defense when they did play man. And that should be the case. Every team we play is going to have really good help defense because they're going to help off the shooters because we haven't proven it that we can hit the three.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to happen. And that's why it's so hard for Jamal and Hill and Leo and these guys to get, or Jordan Campbell to get to the rim. So I don't know. It's tough. I hope things can change quickly because we have now been talking about it all season, and we got 2 games left. So I should say that game, I didn't give you the overall records. That game moves us to 10-18 overall, 6-11 in conference. And our next game is in New Mexico. So they call that the Pit, right?
Yeah, the Pit, which is from what I've heard is a pretty cool basketball venue. So I would expect the Lobos to try to get some revenge for Fresno State's early season victory.
Yeah. And they're playing better too. New Mexico is. Now, granted, today New Mexico plays San Diego State, so hopefully they get up a little bit and we can go in and surprise somebody.
Yeah.
Standings really quick. I don't want the WCC. I want the Mountain West. I just want to get it right. We are the 8th seed right now. So we'll go from there. I don't exactly know who that means we're playing in the Mountain West, but if we win this game and UNLV loses the next game, we have the tiebreaker on them, so we can move up to 7th. The 7th and 8th seed, there is a big difference because you either play, if you win your playing game, you play the 3 seed or the 2 seed. So that's Boise or Nevada. And by the way, those 2 teams, I believe, can flip. I don't know what the head-to-head is on Nevada, but I believe those 2 teams can flip. I'd rather play Nevada. And I want to stay away from San Diego State until the championship. If we get there. So February 28th, that is Tuesday, 7:30 Pacific in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The Dogs take on the Lobos. It'll be on Fox Sports 1. You can listen to it on the radio with Paul and Coach Q. I'm praying that in one of these 2 games, we find our shot. So,
yeah, we definitely need it. So, all right, before we leave this game, I think we owe the team a couple positives. Unless you want to stray from that tradition since Cole's not here. But how about we do just three total for this
okay. Well, one is going to be 100% from the free throw line.
Okay, yeah.
Even though we took 5, 100% from the free throw line is always good. And this team has been good all season from the free throw line. So, that might be a season positive. I should also say rebounding the ball, because we didn't touch on it. We did very well rebounding the ball. So I'm going to give that a positive as well. Is there anything that you want to give as a positive?
Yeah, I mean, we out rebounded Nevada, and I mean, offensive rebounds. We had 9 offensive boards, which is frustrating. That obviously our guys are skilled enough to rebound inside. But if like we said, we're just keep repeating ourselves. I mean, if our offense is 4 out and chuck it up, I mean, it's going to be tough to actually get the board and then go back up with a layup. Maybe it's a long rebound, and then you're just passing it around the horn again
Mhm.
and shooting it up again. So, those offensive boards should translate into layups or fouls, and then shoot some free throws.
Right.
Um, let's see. Last positive, we'll say. I don't even know, man. I don't. Maybe Coach Webb being being positive on the sideline, maybe
But
keeping the guys in it for these last couple games.
yeah, and I'll say Jordan Campbell.
Okay.
It's good to see him out there and making a difference in the game. He brought a lot of energy and the other positive, Anthony Holland tip dunk.
Yeah.
I mean, I- they're they're Cole likes to talk about confidence a lot.
Hmm.
There's definitely some lack of confidence when it comes to shooting the ball, but the team always seems to have high energy, and you can't teach a motor, right? If it's hard to teach a kid to have a motor, and
Hmm.
our kids do have motors. They can do that and keep playing. So I'll take that as a positive. Um, I did want to touch on turnovers.
Okay.
This is a negative. Sorry, we forced 8 turnovers and we had 17.
Hmm.
So there, I mean, you could look at it as a positive. However, we had 17 turnovers. They had 8, and we're still in this game.
Yeah.
Uh, and then when it comes to our fast break, we only had 6 fast break points. But I tell you what, our fast break looked way better this game than most games. Um, 22 points in the paint, 10 points off turnovers. So 10 points off of 8 turnovers. Not the best, but I'll take it. I always want it to be more. Uh, and then we had 10 bench points, 9 second chance points. So, you take those 9 offensive rebounds and you're getting 1 point for each offensive rebound, which is, I'm pretty sure we hit 3 threes. I don't know,
Right.
off those. Uh, you want more than that, than 9 points off of second chance looks. Um, so, you, I guess, lock it in, write it in pin. For the last positive is that even though we lost this game and shot poorly, we are in these games. And Coach Hutt said that too. I mean, I can't believe that we're in these games and shooting this poorly. So,
I agree. So just gonna have to get hot 4 games in a row in Las Vegas for the tournament, and we'll see. We'll see what happens.
yep. All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening. I'm going to check one more time. Nope, we're good. Make sure that I didn't miss anybody because I missed a lot of people last week on the episode on your responses. But thanks for listening. We'll see you guys the last game of the season when the Dogs play Chicago State in the Save Mart Center. But Tuesday, we got New Mexico in New Mexico. So be sure to get that one. And we got at at least 3 more basketball episodes. So Monday, Demetrius Porter came on, or Monday, his episode is coming out. Demetrius Porter came on, and we had a great time. So be sure to get ready for that one on Monday. Other than that, stay safe, stay healthy. It's raining a lot outside, so grab an umbrella. God bless you guys, and as always, go Dogs.
Go Dogs.